First of all, name of a file. In this CSS tutorial, we will learn about web layout. In body section, we will use open div element and close div element. In between div elements, we will use div element, open and close div element. In between div elements, we will use heading level 2 and close heading level 2. Navigation menu. Underneath heading level 2, we will use UL tab, open and close UL tab. In between UL tab, we will use li tab, open and close li tab. In between the li tab, we will use a hyperreference equal double quotes from and close the tag a tab, copy as it is, control C use for copy. Underneath, we will use control V for paste. Underneath, we will use another div element, open and close div element. In between div elements, we will use content area, heading level 3 and close heading level 3. Heading content area, heading level 3. Underneath, we will use p element, open p element and close p element. In between p elements, we will use dummy text just for learning, copy, paste into p elements. Element, we will use div, open div element and close div element. In between div elements, we will use heading level 2, open and close heading level 2, heading. Okay. Underneath, we will use open p element and close p element. In p element, we will use dummy text just for learning, copy, paste into p element, save the file. We have created web layout structure. Save the file, go to the browser and refresh the page. Now we will use style, CSS style for this raw structure. We will use internal CSS, open style tag and close style tag. In between style tags, we will use body, open curly braces and close background color, column, white, semicolon. Underneath body, we will use header. Period tag to use period tag to represent to class attribute header. Open curly braces and close curly braces. In between curly braces, we will use CSS property and property value, background color, column, black, semicolon. Underneath, we will use color, column, white, semicolon. Underneath, we will use padding 15px, column, 15px, semicolon. Save the in import section. We will create header, open div element and close div element. In between div elements, we will use this heading, cut from menu and paste into this, and now we will apply this CSS header and period factor use in header, last attribute use equal double quotes and save the file. go to the browser and refresh the page. Apply CSS on this div. Underneath header, period directly use column, open curly braces and close curly braces. In between curly braces, we will use CSS property and property value dot column left semicolon. Underneath, we will use padding column 15px semicolon. This column use in this div. Class attribute use full double quotes column, and now we will use the clear fix in main div. Dot clear fix colon after open curly braces and close curly braces. In between curly braces, we will use content colon double quotes semicolon underneath clear both colon semicolon underneath display colon table semicolon. Now we will use content, use CSS for content, this content. Underneath clear fix, we will use period tag to use and use content, open curly braces and close curly braces. In between curly braces, we will use with colon 75% semicolon, and now we will use this CSS in content area. This is content area. No, this is content area. Class w use equal double quotes and use column, and then content column CSS property and property value, and content CSS property and property value will work together. Now we will use menu underneath content. Now we will use menu UL. Period tag to use menu UL, open curly braces and close curly braces. In between curly braces, list style line, list style type column. By default, bullets will remove. Underneath margin will be create gap between navigation menu margin column 0 and semicolon. After that, padding column padding column 0 semicolon, and now CSS for li dot menu li, open curly braces and close curly braces. In between curly braces, we will use CSS property and property value, padding 8px column semicolon. Underneath padding, we will use margin bottom column 8px semicolon, and underneath we will use background color column orange semicolon. You can use color as you want. Underneath background color, we will use X color, change into white color column white semicolon. Underneath li, we will use menu li list column HO. When user mouse over the menu, its color will be changed. Background color You can use color as you want, but we have little bit option for colors. We will use whichever yellow triangle. We will this CSS apply on navigation menu. Navigation menu. It's this class menu. We will use class table. Use equal double quotes clear fix class equal double quotes footer header and footer work together. So we will use header comma period character, use footer, and now we will change navigation about us. After that we will use contact us. After that profile, save the file, go to the browser and refresh them. Entire web layouts using the dot property.